Hey, Simply Sugar with the evening news rundown. Let's get right to it. There's a lot of news today, as always, because Trump is under fire, so he's going to keep throwing things out there to see what, distracts us. So now Trump claims that he was invited to Epstein Island but never went, calling it proof of good judgment. Because, he's such a good judge of character that this guy invited me, but I didn't go. Matter of fact, didn't I say I didn't know him? Also, if I did know him, I really didn't. And if they said I'm in the files, then Biden, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris planted that information in there. I guess they also planted all these photos of you knowing Jeffrey Epstein for 15 years and being his friend and having friends in common and living right down the street from one another, and him going to Mar-a-Lago and recruiting young women from your place of business. All of this back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s was planted by Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris because they sat at the Ouija board and knew you would become president. See how ridiculous this sounds? He's also filed a motion to fast track Rupert Murdoch's deposition, citing Rupert Murdoch's age. This is a reference to the Epstein defamation suit he has against Rupert Murdoch. So yeah, Rupert Murdoch is 95 and in failing health, but you're 80,000 years old and you have just stated you're in failing health also. So they can try to depose you as well under the same circumstances. That's what I would do if I was these attorneys. Well, if he gets it, then we get it too. In other news involving Donald Trump, a new Trump administration memo allows federal workers to evangelize coworkers on the job, raising concerns about First Amendment violations and workplace ethics. So you want that raised? You better go to church with me. You want that promotion? I see you in church on Sunday. And you better be a part of the right religion. Because otherwise, I don't want you working here and you're not going to get that raise and promotion. There doesn't seem to be a problem there, does it? A federal judge blocked Trump's effort to defund Planned Parenthood, ruling it unconstitutional and politically motivated. Let's see if this sticks. Or would Donald Trump justify this order and do what the hell he wants to do, as he has been doing? Moving on, Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu announced plans to formally annex Gaza, a move the UN called illegal and a creeping annexation. Now, annexation will place Gaza under full control of Israel, likely without granting Palestinian full rights, ending the two-state solution, and being compared to apartheid, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Trump refused Taiwan President Lai Ching-te landing rights in New York, drawing bipartisan backlash. So this person can even stop here and refuel his plane, or stop here for a few hours and go to South America as planned. It looks like a move that the U.S. will no longer support Taiwan's efforts to be separated from China. We know that China would like to pull Taiwan back into the fold, and this is just a step forward in that direction. Roy Cooper, former North Carolina governor, says he will run for the Senate, and hopefully the Democrats can pick up that seat. Again, we shall see what happens. And lastly, let's talk about this extremist group, a white supremacist group, starting whites-only communities, calling it Return to the Land. Return to the land that you stole from Native Americans, but hey, sure. This is nothing new. There is something called sundown towns. I learned about this. My husband's African American. I learned about this. And I also learned about it from just studying America and American politics. This has always existed. It's nothing new. They've been doing it. Hence why there's something called sundown towns. Now, listen, You putting yourself on the map of saying, don't come here or else something bad's going to happen to you. Yeah, okay, yeah, let us know where you're at so no person of color can go there. This is nothing new. This is America. This has always been a part of the American fabric. I'm Simply Sugar. That's the Evening News Rundown. Please like, follow, and share. And as always, share your opinion with me, share your thoughts. I love to get feedback and I love to interact with everyone.